As we go on the air, several Missouri communities are reeling once again from storm damage after another round of severe weather. You're looking at video now of a tornado that touched down in Springfield, Missouri. This was just before the lunch hour. The National Weather Service now assessing the damage near I-44. There are reports of downed trees and downed power lines there. Also, take a look at the extensive damage in Potosi. Storms moved through there around 12:30 this afternoon, and you can see the heavy rain that triggered quite a bit of flooding. We know Washington County Memorial Hospital suffered a bad leak in the roof. A shed and a sign on hospital property are also damaged. We're told students at Potosi Elementary were rushed to a FEMA shelter as that storm pressed down in the area. We want to thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. So far, no injuries have been reported, but damage is being assessed at Potosi Elementary after a building across the street was blown over. 5 on your side's Annie Kroll arrived shortly after the storm passed. She's live now with the latest. Annie?
Kay and Brent, I'm standing on Highway P, which is just south of Potosi Elementary School. Down the road, you saw parents coming in trying to grab their students, and right behind me you can see this is where some of the worst damage is in Washington County. A roof flying off and actually heading over into Potosi Elementary School. It broke a lot of the car windows, and that was so scary for so many of the teachers and of course the superintendent. Behind us we also have some snap trees on Highway P, some reconstruction being done right now as people try and figure out where to go. But that FEMA emergency shelter you both were talking about, that's one of the biggest keys from the superintendent, Alex McCall, who said he's so grateful 600 to 700 students were able to rush in there and stay safe. Of course, no one was hurt.
I look at every one of these kids as my mom. So to have that FEMA building here and to have that extra safety and have staff that are willing to take it and get them in there, that is the most rewarding part. But it's my number one fear that we're hurt.
When all this was going down, you had a lot of parents trying to get here to pick up the children. We was dealing with some flash flooding, significant flash flooding, which hindered a lot of our first responders to be able to arrive on scene and help out.
And we heard from Ameren within the last 2 hours that there are about 445 power outages just in Washington County alone. The Missouri Highway Patrol also telling us that with the Washington Memorial Hospital, parts of the roof were ripped off, and in fact a shed was damaged as well because of so much high wind. Reporting live in Potosi, Annie Kroll, 5 on your side.